What's up, everyone? It's Bo here, and we are back on FANCRAFT. And we are actually headed over there with so many spoilers that are on the screen right now. But regardless, before we can go there, I got to show y'all something over here. Now, I promise, I am not going to start every single video with a Temple of Zeus update. But, you know, based on what we kind of discussed yesterday, I did want to kind of, just kind of show this. So as you can see, I was playing around with the concept of using the pale logs to kind of cheese my pillars a little bit, like keep the detail down here, but then maybe as it gets taller, use the pale logs. And I don't know about you, I don't think this looks good. I think this looks quite bad. Maybe this might work when it's like a lot taller up. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking about like taking this pillar and just doing that top area. I mean, I'm just trying to cut costs when it comes down to it. I know this is wrong. This is not a way to please the gods, but it is what I am doing, and I am trying to cut costs. And so maybe like that amount, but maybe up there, and then maybe kind of like, I don't know, maybe drizzle it in a little bit, make it a little bit more of a fade to some extent. I don't know. It's something that I'm going to have to mess with. But I did want to showcase the progress there a little bit, and yes, this is not working the way I had hoped that it would. So that's a massive disappointment, but that's okay. We are not doing disappointment today. Today, we are doing the Harry Potter District. That's right. We are heading over to the Harry Potter District by way of... Oh, hey, what a landing. We're doing it by way of the Leaky Cauldron. Yes. Okay. I more often than not, I do kind of like go the long way, but this is kind of a fun way. This is like the scenic route through the painting, through the doors, press the button. Oop. And there we go. Yep. And okay. So our entrance, the Leaky Cauldron part is great, but when you get out here, I need to build kind of like a little bit of like a staircase or some sort of winding road. I'm not exactly sure how to do that. I don't want to mess with any of the redstone underneath because it's not my build, but regardless, we'll figure that out. Okay, where to begin? So I feel like I have to just address the elephant in the room, and that is that the Hogwarts Express has come to the Harry Potter District. Ladies and gentlemen, what are you thinking? Are we liking it? I think we are. I mean, it's pretty great. This is actually a real train, by the way. I know that's probably not like that big of information for a lot of people, but there is actually a real train that the Hogwarts Express was shot with. And, you know, I am actually in the process of hopefully making a little bit of a journey over to England, Scotland, just the UK in general. And we're kind of hoping that maybe we might be taking a little bit of a ride on the real life Hogwarts Express. Yeah, but in the meantime, I went ahead and added it right here into our Harry Potter district, and I would love to know what y'all are thinking. Did I nail it? Is this good? I borrowed some kind of visual techniques from other builds, especially as it relates to kind of the wheels at the base. But for the most part, I just kind of felt it out. I looked at pictures, and I was going to try to do some different things with the various cars behind it, but really all the cars are very uniformed. It's all very red, very yellow. You know, I guess I should say red with yellow accents, and I think it turned out pretty good. Now, okay, over here, if we go, we've got some seats inside the car here, as well as at least one booth. Now, it probably should have a bunch of booths to be more accurate, but for the moment, I think this is pretty good. It communicates what we're after, and I'm pleased enough, I will say, with where it is at the moment. I was actually thinking on this back car, which, as you can see, just backs into the ground, essentially. I was thinking about turning this into kind of a rail system and possibly even doing a full subway system all around Central City, connecting all of the main districts. I think something like that could be really fun. And like, I guess like a fun project, especially if we kind of decorate the tunnels and everything going from, you know, one to the other and kind of ways to transition that. That'd be pretty cool. And it would be a cool way to use the train as a train, which is very reminiscent of my trolley system back on Earth 3. But believe it or not, this was not the build I had intended to show you today. I mean, I'm glad it's here and I'm glad I was able to, but it's actually a new shop. And that is the Quidditch Quality Supply Shop, which is now available here in the Harry Potter District. Now, Quidditch Quality Supply, there's a couple of routes I could have gone with this particular build. For one thing, I could have gone more on the Diagon Alley side and used the version that you could find on Diagon Alley in, well, at Universal Studios and, of course, in the movies, that sort of thing, that would have made a lot of sense. But I decided to do something different because we really needed to fill out Hogsmeade a little bit more. And so I wanted to take a Hogsmeade approach to the Quidditch Quality Supply Store, and I used the video game Hogwarts Legacy as a basis for this shop. And I think it turned out really, really well. I love kind of the nice yellow glowing windows. Of course, you've got the red accent all the way around, and it's really solid. I love the tall roof as well. You know, you got to imagine maybe some broom testing is going on up there. And then, you know, on the exterior, we got a little bit of some flowers and that sort of thing. But you know what? This is kind of rare for me. For once, it's not just about what's on the outside, but what's on the inside that counts. Because this shop is fully armed and operational. Wait, no, that's Star Wars. No. This bad boy is all kitted out. We've got some flying brooms, as you can see, on either window, which is also, you know, able to be seen outside. You may have already noticed this. I love this. I kind of tinkered around to figure out what would be kind of some different ideas here. And of course, we've got the copper rods, the end rods. We've got our hay bales, as well as some of these bamboo sticks all collected together. And it makes for a nice little variety of brooms. And then, of course, we've got the different houses represented. Their different Quidditch gear here, there, and everywhere. Their pads, their uniforms. And there's even one of the, oh man, okay. What are the brown balls? You know, the ones that like fly around and try to smack you in the face? Yeah, we got one of them. I want to put more of them around. But yeah, at the moment, this is the only brown sheep I had. So yep, we're gonna figure that out. We'll have more of those as this shop kind of continues to fill out. But if you're wondering what it is we sell at this shop, wonder no more, because it is, of course, brooms. Yeah, we got the Firebolt, we got the Nimbus 2000, the Nimbus 2001, and we got the Nimbus 2000. We got them all. So there you go. We've got some brushes here for sale, and kind of representing broomsticks that are available. It's just $1 each. Pretty cheap, all things considered. These bad boys are not that hard to make, but if you want to do it right, if you want a Firebolt, if you want a Nimbus 2000, 2001, and I guess I really should have named these. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna name them. I'm gonna name them. Let's just say I'm gonna name them, and yeah, then you can get the real thing here at the Quidditch Quality Supply Store. Of course, we've got little mats and everything else. This was a really fun build. This was one I was really excited about, and it was actually one of the more interesting builds to try to figure out, and one that actually took me the longest because I didn't realize this at the time. But when I made the candle shop, this kind of fictional candle shop that supplied Hogwarts with all of its candles, this was kind of an idea I came up with. I was actually using the Quidditch Supply Store as a bit of a basis for this shop. Now, I didn't know that at the time. I was just like, because I've become way more versed in Harry Potter and Diagon Alley and just all of the locations and lore since beginning this district. But yeah, that is where this came from. And, you know, I did say back then that I was going to rearrange the candles in here, and I never actually did. Have we gotten any sales? No. Okay. Well, it's the problem with selling magical candles that never run out. Poor repeat business. Ooh, and you know what? While I'm revisiting this section of Diagon Alley, we should actually check out this area right here, because on the side of Ollivander's, yep, that's right, we've got Ollivander's right here. On the side, I actually made a little bit of an apartment, a very, very tiny, almost reminiscent of kind of like something that would be under the stairs as opposed to up the stairs, but a little tiny apartment where folks can come and they can sleep should they get caught here in the Harry Potter district and need to sleep, as I have found myself several times, actually. And, you know, one of the downsides to having it be so long since I've actually recorded a video is I can't remember if I showcased this right here. So, as you'll notice, there is a compass that has Snow's name on it. This was something that she actually used to find the artifact for the Harry Potter district. That artifact being the Elder Wand. And the Elder Wand being found right here at the tomb of Dumbledore. That's right. So here on this little island right here that just kind of sprouted up out of nowhere, we have the tomb of Dumbledore, and inside contains the Elder Wand. However, it's no longer here because Snow has it. Snow has the Elder Wand. That's not concerning at all. It's fine. I'm sure it'll be great with her. But man, this is one of those builds I just think looks even better at night. It's very simple in many respects, and yet I think it's done so well. It pays such great homage to Dumbledore's tomb in the movies. And yeah, this looks really great. Now, for those few of you who are super into FANCRAFT lore, I got to tell you, I've been very busy. Obviously, after the last episode, we've had this hole in the ground, a lore hole. Actually, you know, I realized this after the fact. It is a hole that is filled with lore that moves our plot along. It is literally a plot hole. This is a literal plot hole. Look at this. It's right here. We've got a literal plot hole here in the middle of Central. What the what? Oh my gosh. No. Oh man. Okay. These guys got out. I'm going to take care of a couple of these and also take care of a couple of these. Give me just a minute. Guys, look the other way. And after definitely, mostly, probably at least a little bit humane methods of moving our lore sheep out of the plot hole over there. It's just, I'm so sorry. It cracks me up. It's a plot hole. Anyway, point is, I have been able to take a few of the sheep and secure them. Yes, that's right. Secure them at the lore office. However, not in the main public areas. Because, you know, here at the lore office, you know, we try to keep a good and tidy, you know, face. You know, we want a good front face for the community. We want them to see, you know, and learn about their history. We want them to have access to all of our technology and everything else so that they need it. We've got testing labs. We've got offices. We've, of course, got the Hall of Artifacts showcasing all the various artifacts from the known districts. You know, it's a fun place for you and your kids. That's what the lore office is, you know, up top. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're all about here at the lore office when you come visit the main public-facing areas. But, you know, some lore needs containing, and we need to make sure that it can't get out everywhere like we all just saw. So, we keep that lore here on what I'm like to call cold storage. Okay, so here down in cold storage, this is where we've got several places where we can maintain the lore, where it can't get out, can't cause problems, and, you know, it keeps everything nice and clean. And we know that Earth 4 is all about Earth 4 lore and not this kind of shenanigans right here. Also, with this variant running around of somebody, again, we don't know who, just somebody evil from Earth 2. That could be anyone. It could be anyone, okay? Like, we're not pointing fingers. We're not making assumptions, but that individual did say they were after Deep Slate Emerald Ore. And as you can see, I was able to secure the only Deep Slate Emerald Ore that we have in any kind of massive radius, and I've got it here under lock and key. So therefore, since whoever this variant is, whatever it is they want to do with that stuff down in the plot hole, yeah, they're not going to be able to do it without that right there. So that lore is contained. Yes, it's not going anywhere so long as that is there. It's fine. See, I told you last week. I told you all. You didn't believe me. You thought I was panicking. You thought I was just, I'm just putting Band-Aids on things. No. See, we've got a great top-notch, just state-of-the-art facility here. We are ready and prepared to handle any kind of, you know, outbreaks of lore should they come. We keep it quarantined. We keep it contained. Don't ask what happened to the other sheep. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, yeah, but that's going to do it for us for this week. I hope you are enjoying these new builds. I am just so pleased with how the Hogwarts Express turned out, and to some extent even more pleased with how the Quidditch Quality Supply Store turned out. I'm telling you, these brooms in particular, it's a subtle little small thing, but I really love how those look and just add life into the build from the outside looking in. But even when you go inside, it doesn't look out of place. At least it doesn't look too out of place. I think it's about right. Oh, and the smokestacks on the Hogwarts Express. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty proud. I'm pretty proud of how these turned out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you enjoying these new Harry Potter builds? What do you think is going to be the next shop that we're going to showcase here at the Harry Potter District? Let me know. Put it in the comments. That's going to do it for me for this week. But until next time, goodbye.